start with the rail project. What are your thoughts on the rail project? Just open-ended question at first.
Well, as a United States Senator, my job would be to obviously grab any transportation funds to help with the project, and I certainly am familiar with it. I sit next to Senator Montigny, and we talk about it regularly, and it would certainly help with the economic development of the area. The issue is where's the route and how much is it going to cost. But my job as a United States Senator would be to work with the local officials and secure as much funding as possible.
And what do you think you could do realistically to make that happen? It's been in play now for about 20 years, give or take. Why would you be any different from anybody else in making it actually happen?
Well, I would try to bring everybody together and get them on the same page, first of all. And I've brought projects to my Senate district before, up in the Rentham Premium Outlet Mall and other areas. So I'm certainly familiar with transportation issues, having formerly been on the Transportation Committee back when I was a state rep. But, I think the key is to work together, obviously with the delegation and the community leaders and all the towns in between Boston and New Bedford Fall River to make sure that they really want it.
The South Coast Rail Project is a big deal down in southeastern Mass, New Bedford Fall River. What would you do as senator to make it happen? It's been in the talking stage for 20 years.
Well,
how can you make it real?
First of all, I think it's a very important project for the South Coast. I support it. I've talked with folks down there, both elected officials, folks in the private sector said I will help them do it, and I think it's a combination of things. We're probably going to need some federal help by way of either stimulus or other kinds of money that will help. But what bogs these projects down is often not being able to get through the permitting and all the layers that we have to. I would be a leader in that project to be able to tackle that, bring people to the table that we need to resolve it and move it ahead, because it's important. It was important before, but it's certainly important with this economic recession to try and bring the South Coast back, and that piece of transportation is going to be incredibly important to it.
Would Senator Coakley make it a priority?
I would, and I've told folks down there, both, again, elected officials and your business sector, that it would be a priority to try and get that. We need other pieces of work down there to turn this economy around, but that would be a linchpin piece, and it will be a priority for me.
The South Coast Rail Project is a big deal down for New Bedford and Fall River. What are your ideas on making that happen now after 20 years or so of talk but no walk?
Yeah, I think we have to push to make that happen. It's a fantastic economic development program. It's going to lead to more housing, more retail, more complexes down there, and really bring back the South Coast. We have stimulus money. We're applying for the $1.9 billion stimulus money, and hopefully that'll come through. There's a deal with CXX, but I just think we have to push it through.
How?
We have to get everybody on side. The only thing I know is to get Mayor Lang, who's been pushing this, the governor, the senators, and we've got to make it happen.
For about 20 years now, the South Coast Rail Project has been all the talk. How could you, as a senator, walk the walk, make it happen?
Well, I think first of all you got to focus on the need, and it's important. And we need to invest in rail. It's good for the environment. It's good for construction. It's good economically, environmentally, and it helps tie the state closer together. So I'm strongly for it. Secondly, I think what you got to do is highlight the need by going there, bringing people like you there, by getting the stories of people who will use it and who need it. So I would do that. Third, you got to work with other colleagues, just the way Senator Kennedy did. I mean, he was brilliant at saying, okay, here's something I need in my state. What do you need in your state? Can I get your support on something that you want if you're willing to support something that I want? Fourth thing I would do is leverage Governor Dukakis. He understands more about the need for rail across this country. He's chaired national commissions. He's been pushing this idea for years. And I would partner with Governor Dukakis and say, how can we work together to highlight the need, bring more attention to it, and leverage your relationships and your contacts so that we can get this to happen?
The South Coast Rail Project is a big deal for Fall River and New Bedford. It's been in the works for 20 years or so. What would you do? What would Senator Capuano do to make it happen?
Well, pretty much what I've been doing. I'm on the Transportation Committee in the House, and I've been working hard on this. I actually think it's a great proposal, and I've helped as much as I can, and I will continue to do that in the Senate. In the Senate, obviously, you represent the entire state. Thus far, I've been able to work with Bonnie Frank and Jim McGovern and others. In this case, I'd be able to be one of the leaders, and I actually think it's a great proposal, and I'd love to be able to be more helpful on it.
Great. Why?
Great, because it not only does it connect two of our biggest cities, it also opens up that entire corridor to more development, which is good for those communities, good for housing prices. We need a lot more housing in this Commonwealth to drive prices, if not down, at least stabilize, so that more working people can afford to buy a home. So I think it's a win-win in 1,000 different directions. I don't think there's any downside to it at all.